Westpac 1 has been called out to a serious car smash.
Westpac 1, we haven't got a crew on scene as yet, but we have a report of one female, code 9.
Code 9 means a person is trapped and needing rescue.
Is that Rumbo and Sean?
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Rumbo is chief paramedic on today's mission.
Basically what we'll be looking at is a lady who is possibly in a critical condition if it's been a high-speed impact.
Rumbo is a no-nonsense paramedic and highly trained to take command in an emergency.
Our goal is to make sure that that patient gets back to hospital as quickly as possible and in the best condition.
The accident scene is surrounded by dense bush. This is the closest safe landing place, but it's still a kilometre away from the crash site.
Will we go down the left door, Rossi? Thanks, mate.
Crucial seconds slip by, and paramedics Rumbo and Sean can only hope to hitch a lift.
Which flag down, whatever comes.
They're in luck.
Can you run us down to that job?
It's an unmarked police vehicle, also on the way to the accident.
With this scene, we have to hit the deck running. The most important thing is to assume control and then speedily get to the hospital. Much appreciated, mate.
It's a disturbing scene. A car has slammed into a tree, the driver is trapped, and rescue workers are fighting to get her out.
Yes, we're just trying to get the window, the roof rolled, and get her out.
The trapped driver was just minutes from home, and her distressed mother now arrives on the
I've got a
scene.
pelvic binder there, mate.
Oh my God, that's my daughter in the car there. Please, I need to go and see her.
Jody! Jody!
Well, I was on my way to pick up my granddaughters and then I found all these services here and I knew it was my daughter.
This is a family tragedy. Jody is a 36-year-old mother of 5.
Can you talk to me? Can you open your eyes, Dale? Can you see where I am?
Can Rumbo keep her alive?
Jody! Jody!
36-year-old Jody is unconscious and trapped in the wreckage of her car.
I want some pain relief drawn up in morphine. You doing that, Shawnee?
Watching from a distance is Jody's distressed mother, Lynn.
Jody has only been driving for 3 months and she hasn't had a lot of experience and I've been worried about her ever since she got her licence.
Drivers in their first 6 months are 4 times more likely to have an accident. All Lynn wants now is to be close to her daughter. But that won't be allowed.
Darling, can you hear me?
Jody is alive and breathing, but her broken body is still trapped by the crushed panels of the car.
That right leg, has anyone access to right leg at all?
Paramedic Rumbo has no time to waste. His no-nonsense style is now what's needed.
Once we get her out, pelvic binder, monitor on her, have a listen to her chest, leave her on the spine board, get her in the car and rock and roll.
Cutters!
I want that fluid up on her, so drop it down to half height, bring that spine board in. Righto. Okay, on 3, come up. 1, 2, 3, up we come.
Here we come.
They've got her out, only to discover just how badly she's hurt.
She can't move her neck back, so I think she's dislocated one of the high vertebrae.
Jody has multiple head, neck and chest injuries, plus fractures in her legs.
As soon as we get that CT6 on, we're gone, mate.
She's still fighting for her life, but a dramatic turn of events still lies ahead. Mother of 5 Jody is fighting for her life. Critically injured after driving into a tree, she's been rushed to the waiting Westpac helicopter.
Just bring her out to there and we'll do that pelvic splint here.
A decision now has to be made. which hospital to fly her to.
I want to know how quick it is to here to the John or here to the shore. Yeah.
John Hunter's quicker by 3 minutes.
Okay. Royal North Shore.
It's Royal North Shore, a major specialist centre for spinal trauma, but a slightly longer flight. Pilot Ozzy first flew for the service over 30 years ago. He's helped to rescue countless trauma victims and knows that time now is critical.
North Shore, doctor speaking.
We're bringing in a 42-year-old female, driver of a single vehicle, high-speed impact into a tree. She has a closed head injury. We're querying also a dislocation of the neck. Do you copy?
Yep, North Shore copy.
She responds to pain, but she's not responding verbally.
As paramedics Rumbo and Sean fight to stabilise Jodie, there's a dramatic development on the approach to the Royal North Shore.
Listen guys, the weather's really bad. Slow cloud at Royal North Shore.
Aussie faces a life and death decision.
And go up to 1,000 feet.
They are 5 minutes from specialist care, but the hospital helipad is suddenly in cloud. Does he push on? Westpac 1 is rushing critically injured Jodie to the Royal North Shore Hospital. They are 5 minutes from specialist care, but suddenly there's a dramatic change in the weather.
Which way do you want to go, back home or in?
Does pilot Aussie push on, hoping for the weather to clear?
I think I'd rather go home because I know I'm going to get there. I'm not going to go in there. It's too low. Sorry guys. We're going home. We're going to John Hunter.
Okay, mate.
We know they're working furiously in the back to keep this girl alive, but we've given it our best shot.
We've been closed out by weather. We will not be landing. Repeat, not landing. We're returning to John Hunter Hospital.
Aussie had to make a tough call, and it's now a 20-minute flight back to the John Hunter.
Getting increasingly agitated, mate. I don't know whether we try a milligram of midazolam.
Precious time has been lost. Rumbo and Sean must redouble their efforts to keep Jodie alive.
We'll go either way.
I'm going to half a milligram, mate. She's maintained her airway at this stage. She's got good stats.
After what seems an eternity, the dedicated efforts of the team are paying off.
Her beats come back to normal now too.
Jodie's vital signs are slowly returning. The drugs are taking effect. At last, Westpac 1 reaches the safety of the hospital.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
No worries, mate.
Pilot Aussie has nothing to apologise for. Another life has been saved. Later, Jodie's life is slowly returning to normal.
I'll put your feet in the water. It's nice.
She feels lucky to be alive and grateful for every minute she can now spend with her children.
The Westpac Rescue Service covers some of the most varied and inaccessible areas of Australia. For the aircrew, this means expect the unexpected.
We've just had a call for an MVA up at Anna Bay. I believe 4 people in the car. It's rolled in the bush. They can't get an ambulance to the scene. They've requested that we go. Report is this girl injured, spinal.
Teenagers, old cars and country properties. It's a recipe for disaster. But with kids of his own, Pilot Gandhi knows a thing or two about the temptations of youth.
I've been to a few paddock bash incidences and the car 99% of the time is rolled. Someone's usually been ejected and usually the car has rolled over the top of them.
Circumstances that all too easily prove fatal.
Clear up and left. Over 1345, we have paramedics on board. I'll go across to local channel. If you could just give us a patient update for the paras on board, please.
The last update was single patient only requiring ambulance attention, a 15-year-old female thrown from the vehicle. They believe lower lumbar fracture and request you to continue.
Okay, got the area sighted, line's good, height's good.
As the team approach, an all too familiar farm tale unfolds.
5 off the ground, cars blue mains will be well clear right.
And with reports indicating spinal injuries, this is one joyride that could have a very unhappy ending.
Right, skids coming on.
On the ground, lead paramedic Genevieve takes charge.
As you can see, the car's rolled over. It's quite extensively damaged. Hi, guys. Hello.
Jamie, she was a front seat passenger in this vehicle, unrestrained, going about 30-40 kilometres an hour, took a turn, car rolled over, she was ejected from the vehicle. She hasn't moved since here.
The mood of the crash scene is anything but joyous. Paramedics are attending to 15-year-old Jamie, who was flung from a crashing car, paddock bashing with friends.
She was 8 out of 10 pain. We've given her a total of 2 lots of 2.5 milligrams of morphine and 4 milligrams of Ondam.
For aircrewman Nathan, any paddock bashing tragedy is one too many.
I think just seeing another young kid roll in a car on a paddock, ejecting a friend. They're out there to have fun and all that, yeah, fair enough. But I'm sure that there's going to be seatbelts in that car. If you're still going to be fanging around, at least wear your belt.
To better understand Jamie's injuries, paramedic Genevieve needs to understand from the driver how the accident actually happened.
It rolled right over, did it?
And it's rolled about there, I'd say.
Rolled it right over and come onto its side, or just rolled onto its side
first.
Okay.
Arriving on the scene, Jamie's dad is not happy. His daughter's boyfriend was the driver. Nathan does his best to keep him calm.
Everything's good, Dad. I'll talk to you in a sec, mate, okay? So,
Okay, don't move your head, sweetie. Big, deep breath for me. With a high-speed ejection from a vehicle, we worry about head injuries, so we need to assess their level of consciousness. Can you open your eyes for me, sweetie? Hello. How are you feeling? Hey? What's the problem? Your back, okay.
what we're going to do, darlings, we're going to roll you. You need to lie nice and still as you can, okay? And let us do the work. We're going to roll you over towards this way and put a hard board under you, okay?
Okay, roll on 3.
Where's that hurting?
Okay, I understand that, but we've just got to have a real good look at you. With Jamie, we worry about her spinal injury and her pelvis.
Come back on 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's it, sweet. That's it.
Going to shuffle you over.
And any one of these injuries could change the future of young Jamie's life. Air Rescue paramedic Genevieve is treating teenage Jamie, who was flung from a moving car in a country paddock.
Her main complaint is left hip pain, so our concern is that she's got a pelvic fracture. So we've got a special splint called a SAM splint that we put round her pelvis to support it. It actually can help reduce bleeding if there is any internal bleeding in the pelvis. Very luckily, she doesn't seem to have any spinal injury, which was the first report.
Lucky, but not yet out of danger.
Can you just open your eyes for a minute?
Jamie now needs to be prepared for travel. For the potentially dangerous transition to the chopper, her limbs and spine will be immobilised, and she'll be given more pain relief.
You're a bit more comfortable now than you were, lying on the ground? Yeah.
Weight restrictions mean that Dad won't be able to travel with Jamie in the chopper.
I'll meet you
there. That's cool.
I'll beat you there.
Drive carefully. Yes, please. We don't need another patient.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so we'll go over and then we'll load feet first on this side.
So how are you going with your pain? It's really sore. So you think you need some more pain relief? Yeah? Okay, we'll sort that out.
Safely in the chopper, it's not just her injuries that Jamie is worried about.
Well, it cost heaps. Well, it cost heaps in the helicopter. Nothing at all. That's what all the fundraising is about, to provide this service to people like you.
To help with her pain and anxiety, Jamie is sedated for the flight to hospital.
It does seem to be causing her some problems, doesn't it, Jen? The left side of the pelvis.
I think that she's got a fractured pelvis, especially she's in that frog leg position where she's most comfortable. She's very lucky. She was under a strain.
Moving out.
Thanks, guys.
Just be aware there are Rallos waiting at the end of the pathway.
Jamie's mum is waiting anxiously at the hospital helipad, desperate to see her daughter.
Are you, Mum? She's fine. She's doing really well. She may have a fractured pelvis, but otherwise she's doing really, really well.
Back at the Westpac base, the crew has got a call to a road accident.
Westpac 1, good morning. First missed report is confirmed. One motorbike rider being assessed. Further report to follow.
Paramedic Brad knows all too well the urgency required at a bike crash.
Once we land on scene, they take responsibility for what happens to that patient. Ultimately, we don't want to be there long.
Guys, I think it's on that bend where there's been a few fatalities there recently.
It's an accident hotspot, and the news is getting worse.
The motorcyclist patient had 3 fingers amputated from the left hand and suspected fracture in the lower left leg.
If he's amputated a finger, we need to get him into surgery fairly quickly so they can reattach it if that's possible.
Right beside the telegraph pole. Okay, clear the door.
Forward 60. Forward 30. Telemo's all clear right, clear below, slope ground, right to left.
For Brad and Greg, speed is now essential. The longer it takes to get the victim to hospital, the less chance they'll have of saving his fingers.
This is 37-year-old Kane.
Kane is in agony. His fiancée Kate was travelling close behind and was one of the first on the scene.
I feel sick, like throwing up, and we're getting married in a month, and I don't know if Kane's going to be okay.
How are you going at the moment?
Yeah, right, mate. He's got first 3 fingers missing from his left hand.
First 3 as in those 3?
1, 2, and probably 2.5.
Okay, so middle 3, yep. Cool.
He's got a fracture to his left ankle.
Yep.
It's an awkward thing to say, but Kane may have lost his wedding ring finger.
Okay, we're going to give you a bit more pain relief before we move you. So just chill out, we'll get you sorted out.
We just come around that corner and just heard a bike overtook us. It just overtook us like normal. Come up here, then got the death wobbles. And that's the outcome. Went straight to him. He said, oh, me finger. Yeah. Gruesome.
Which finger do we retrieve?
Index finger, I think it is, Brett.
Maybe if we get someone just to go look at that other bit.
It turns out that only 2 of the fingers have been severed. A third is damaged, but one of the severed fingers is still missing.
Hey, Robbie, you didn't find the finger.
Robbie, the witness to the accident, is now conscripted into the search.
If we can find it before we leave, mate, that'd be perfect. Cheers, mate.
That's easier said than done. In the undergrowth and the passing traffic, they need to find the missing finger and get Kane to hospital. 37-year-old Kane has crashed his motorbike on a country road. His ankle is badly broken and some fingers have been sliced off. One of those fingers is still missing.
He's had no riding gloves on, so he's taken a couple of fingers off, and at the moment we're just looking for a section about that big. So it's going to be pretty hard, who knows. It's come off at high speed, so it could have flicked anywhere, or it's rolled up and looks like a rock now. We want to find him, get him on ice as quick as possible, just to save all the tissue and the nerve endings and that. But if we can't find it, we can't find it. He's more important at the moment. Get him to hospital and make sure he's all right.
If someone's able to write down his details for us, that would be awesome.
Found it. Where was it?
Probably another 20 metres before the first one.
It's been a morning commute that Robbie won't quickly forget.
I'm all right.
Kane is a builder and restores antique cars for a living. He needs his hands.
And I'm worried about how Kane is going to feel about having his hand, without fingers, and how he's going to be able to work now.
With 2 fingers on ice, the team must now rush Kane to hospital, where a specialist surgeon is standing by.
Righto, guys. We'll
start moving.
Through the pain, he's beginning to recollect some of the details of his accident.
Just riding in the middle of my lane where I should be in the front of this bike, started getting really bad steering shake. I went down sort of in front of it and the bike hit me and pushed me along, and then just kept on rolling until I ended up on the side of the road, and then rolled over and looked down and I didn't have any fingers left.
How's your pain, Kane?
Yeah, it's still up there, eh?
It's about a 12, 15-minute flight to the John Hunter, okay, buddy?
Depending on traffic?
Yeah, we don't have traffic, hopefully. And your partner's going to meet you there, isn't he?
Yeah, good.
Okay, mate.
How's that finger look? Yeah, one of them looks viable, mate. We got to get one and a portion of another. Do we know which one it is? I can't tell.
Perhaps it's not his wedding finger after all. But the wedding is on hold until he's thoroughly examined for neck, spine and brain injuries.
Glad my brother could make it. That was quite nice. So it was very trying for the both of us, and I think it was quite a nice thing to go through before the wedding, in a way.
I just wasn't as caught up in the hype about the wedding as much. Really bringing it home how important people are and family, and having Kane healthy and alive is compared with shoes, for example. Yeah.
Westpac 2 is in the air, en route to a motorbike crash.
There's a guy waving here in this second paddock, sitting on a bike in the middle of the field. Just got power lines running across there.
Yeah, got it.
So they want us to land towards the west of the thing.
For veteran crewman Danny Morris, it's something he sees far too often.
We get called out frequently to motocross dirt bike type accidents, and more often than not they are younger people, and the injuries are usually a lot worse, say, than football or horse riding.
Might be a bit slopey. Okay, you're clear to descend right and behind, and move forward 10. Northern Control, Westpac 2 landing on scene.
The accident has happened at the Australian Off-Road Championships, a major meet for Australia's motocross elite. Lead flight paramedic David Reed is the first on the ground.
You step by the ambulance right through there?
Yep, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, g'day.
How you going, Wayne?
Good, thanks.
G'day.
G'day, mate.
This is Alicia. She's 16. She come off by hitting a tree head on with a face on with the helmet.
Okay.
And her head went backwards.
Yeah.
She has lower back pain. We've only just put it together that she's actually had 2 impacts, and she only remembers one.
Okay, all right.
So, but with the second one, she actually rode back herself.
Alicia's dad, John, saw the second and most worrying fall.
All right. Now, what was the second impact that we talked about?
She come off the bike, come down the hill. Yeah. The bike's come over here in the back.
She's had a tangle with the bike. Okay, all right. So what do you remember, Alicia? Do you remember hitting the tree the first time?
I was crashing, and as I went to my neck hit, my head hit one side and my shoulders on the other.
And you remember that?
Yeah,
and you remember that? And you remember getting back on the bike to ride back here?
I remember I couldn't see properly.
You couldn't see properly?
Why? Really slowly to make sure that I could get back.
Why couldn't you see properly? Was your...
Everything was blurry and I had a headache.
Okay.
Impact injuries can often lead to internal complications that are difficult to diagnose.
She didn't get knocked out straight away, but there's a very real possibility of a very slow bleed inside her head, which can take minutes through to hours to manifest.
So where's your most pain, darling? Down here? Or in your back? Okay. I'm just going to have a listen to your breathing. We'll give you something else for the pain in a minute.
Alicia is struggling to hold back tears.
What's the matter, Alicia? What, are you just upset that you had an accident? I'm just trying to find out why you're crying, darling.
My legs feel...
Sorry?
My legs feel funny.
Everybody describes funny as different. There could be numb, tingling, any of those things. We have a fair concern with that.
Okay. Lift your arm up.
because the bike has landed on her back, she may have sustained a spinal injury.
At the Australian Off-Road Championships, veteran paramedic David Reed is preparing a teenage motocross champion for airlift.
Alicia, I want you to put your arms across your chest, and I don't want you to try and help us, all right? It's gonna feel funny. There'll be a board slide in underneath you.
Paramedics are worried that Alicia may have spinal damage. A special piece of kit will help keep her stable for the flight.
It's a vacuum mat. So what that does, you'll see in a minute, it's full of polystyrene beads. And they're about to suck all the air out. And what that does, it conforms that stretcher that she's in to all the body contours. So it fills in the hollows of the cervical and the lumbar spine and that sort of thing.
Is it going Tari, then down to John?
So the John's the best place for her. You know, it's all precaution, mate, but that's, and they're fully immobilised and everything else. So.
For now, Alicia's race is over.
Alicia has informed us that this is the third time that she's hurt her neck from a motocross accident.
Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
Some people would say that's pretty silly. I say, well, okay, I understand that you love riding motorbikes. I feel the same. I've come off my bike and I got injured, but I'm back on it again. I would say, though, that with a neck injury, probably 3 times lucky, I'm thinking she's probably starting to run out of luck, so maybe she might need to have a rethink of a career path.
I love you, darling. I'll see you at the hospital, okay?
I think it is.
Dawn, and the clear skies signal an end to the devastating deluge. But there's no rest for the flight crew.
Thank you, we'll get on the way. Thanks, bye. Paras are on the way. I'm just going to go and double check the location and the weather.
Okay, red outside, 1500.
Westpac 2 has just heard word of a little boy in serious trouble.
Fuel sufficient.
Within minutes, the crew is assembled and ready for liftoff.
Newcastle traffic helicopter Westpac 2 becoming airborne. So, what do we know?
We've got a report of a 10-year-old male who was riding a motocross bike and he's misjudged the jump and he's come down and the motorbike has landed on his chest.
There could be more to this than meets the eye.
Pilot Richard Nest has only been with the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Service for 6 months, but he's been flying for over 30 years. The crew know they're in safe hands when Nest is at the helm.
In knowing that the patient that we've got today is a child patient, I can't help but think about what it might be to go to the child of my own. We just think with a little bit more urgency about what I might have to do to successfully get into that patient.
See the little tracks there straight through the bush on the nose? That's the motocross track.
The area is so heavily wooded that Air Crewman Peter shifts position to the rear door. All eyes will be needed for this delicate touchdown.
Okay, I'm on final approach now. Then you've got 30 to run. Line's good, height's good, well clear of the trees. Tail left 90. And tail's clear to come left 90. Fly off the ground. 4, 3, 2, left skid's coming on. Okay, good there. All good, Paras clear out. Copy, clear now.
10-year-old Andrew has been stabilised and kept secure until it can be properly assessed. He hasn't moved since his fall. By his side, Mum Rachel is there to comfort.
Love you. How you going, Andrew? My name's Dave. I'm going to be continuing on from these paramedics that have been here looking after you. We're going to take you to the hospital, all right? Okay, so you don't look too comfortable there, but where's your most pain now, mate?
About halfway in my back.
About halfway, just sort of down about this area here?
And up from there.
Just up a bit here.
A bit of a daredevil, 10-year-old Andrew was attempting a ramp jump, but was thrown from the bike when he landed awkwardly.
He's gone up the jump and it's landed on his chest. And he's gone on his back. He's kicked the bike off him. He stood up. He just went like that and collapsed and just went unconscious for about 12 seconds.
Even though Andrew was wearing protective body armour, his symptoms mean he might have a fractured sternum and spinal damage as well.
Now, initially, they said that you had like a funny feeling in your legs. Is that past now? Is that
like tingling in the toes and hands like that.
All the time?
All right, okay.
He's just told me that he's actually got some tingling in his limbs Now, that immediately brings up a red flag in my mind that he could potentially have a serious spinal injury.
Coming up.
When you just moved your neck then, did that hurt you? Just a little bit or a lot?
The Daredevil's injuries are revealed. Paramedics have been at the scene of a motocross accident for 10 minutes. Patient, 10-year-old Andrew, has just been administered morphine.
Pain here in the shoulder, mate?
Stop breathing, mate.
No.
You're okay.
Andrew needs to be carefully rolled over onto a spinal stretcher. If not completed correctly, the delicate manoeuvre could result in permanent damage.
Is that a little bit more comfortable? I bet it would be.
Pilot Nesty is on hand to calm Mum Rachel's nerves.
Yeah. And he's pretty morphined up. How long will that last?
Oh, well and truly till he gets into the emergency department and they can give him more.
When you just moved your neck then, did that hurt you? Just a little bit or a lot? About half. Okay, now, the next thing you need to know is that pretty soon we think we might take you in the helicopter. I've been in it heaps of times.
Andrew may be fearless on his bike, but he's scared of flying, and Dave needs to keep his young patient calm.
You like roller coasters?
Sounds like
Nothing
that.
like that.
Just
No, it is. Yeah, no, it is.
To make matters worse, even if they can get him on board, weight restrictions may prevent Mum from joining him. All eyes turn to Nesty.
Mum's able to come?
Yeah, it's some clinical benefit for the young fellow, isn't it, coming in? I made a decision to take the mother because being a young child who was fully conscious but anxious, the mother can give quite a bit of reassurance, which makes the job for the medical team much easier.
Mom, Dad, I go to sleep.
You can have a little sleep, yeah, of course you can.
The immediate cause for concern is over, and Andrew is secure and ready for transport.
It doesn't have life-threatening injuries, but yeah, we don't muck around. Come right through, mate.
For now, at least, the accident has put Andy's professional ambitions on the back burner.
He wants to be the next Chad Reed. I think we might need a few more coaching days.
You're not wrong. Okay, his last BP was 119/75 with a pulse of 88.
I'm going in the chopper, thank goodness, with Andy. He wouldn't go with them unless I was with him. And husband's going to meet us up there.
Having his mum there is really important. Sure, he's riding a motorbike around, going faster than I can go, but he is still a 10-year-old boy, and whenever they get injured, mum or dad to be there is paramount.
Hi, sweetheart. He's a brave boy, that's for sure.
He's a brave boy, he's a good patient.
It will be based on 40 knots. We'll get ourselves well clear of the trees before rolling off to the north.
Having faced his fear of needles and flying, Andrew was safely on his way to hospital. At base, the afternoon crew has just received an SOS from a farmhand on a remote cattle property.
I'm thinking, you've got a possible chest or a head injury, because when those big cows or horses kick you, they kick you, and they only kick you once.
Heading panel, clear. Up nose to the right.
As they get airborne, further details of the bovine mishap come to light.
We're heading to a remote property at Whitten for a gentleman, 25-year-old, that's been kicked by a cow. There's a fair bit of weight in a cow, so a kick from a cow can be quite damaging.
Today's lead flight paramedic is Brad Taylor. With little detail about the state of the patient on the start of most missions, he has a lot to think about.
There's so many things that we need to consider that are going through the back of my mind. Head injuries, pelvic injuries, spinal injuries.
The remote location means the chopper is the fastest way in.
West-southwest of Denman.
The crew navigate with GPS, but crucially the charts show topography and potential hazards. It's good old map reading from here on in.
We better find him quick, because this weather's going to come in real fast.
As chief pilot, Mike De Winton has his mission priorities firmly in focus.
We as rescuers cannot afford to have to be rescued. So when it comes to safety, we have to look at the aircraft and crew safety as paramount, and we will make a decision based exactly on that.
the wild weather is a major concern.
Well, we weren't expecting thunderstorms, we were expecting some heavy rain, but there is a significant cell to the west of us now, which is moving in very fast.
With the storm clouds closing in, patient turnaround time has become critical.
I'm between the two houses. If you come down between the two houses, you'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, we've got you sorted. Thank you.
Yeah, just over the top of these wires, please.
And there's another set beyond. Forward 10, clear left.
Coming down.
Well clear underneath. 3 off the ground.
The crew arrives to find Brendan, the unfortunate farmhand, in excruciating pain. He copped a cow kick square on the leg as he was loading the animal into a truck. His kneecap could be shattered, bones broken.
Now, just before we go any further, mate, we have got a bit of an issue with the storm coming in, and we've got to fly you out.
All they have time for now is a quick shot of morphine to dull the pain.
Looking nervous, I want to get out of here.
If that storm front hits, the chopper will have to be grounded, the mission aborted. On the remote cattle property, farmhand Brendan's morphine jab has hit hard, much like the cow that kicked him. The real problem is the weather. The storm front is closing in and the crew has just minutes to get him on board and get out.
Is that what, hour and a half? Is that what ride we got?
With visibility low and getting worse, there's no room for error.
Got 2 sets of power lines here, one above one another.
You've got not good visual references below us, but I have got plenty on the way up, so you keep an eye on the ground because I can't see a lot.
Still well clear, got a positive rate of climb, 1,000 foot a minute.
Yeah, the paras have done a great job. We've got the patient in, but as we're starting now, the weather has absolutely hit us, and we've got pretty bad reduction in visibility due to the heavy rain and the heavy winds. So I will only be happy once we get to a safe height where we're clear of the tops of the hills and also into a bit of clear air.
The turbulence and heavy dose of morphine is giving the patient a rough ride.
It has been a bit of a rush job due to the conditions outside. But all in all, he looks pretty good at the moment, a lot better than what we got him initially.
Yeah, it got a bit busy there because there was that storm coming in. We couldn't hang around the ground, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get airborne. We'd have been stuck in that valley for the night probably.
Finally, pilot Mike clears the storm.
We all enjoy to challenge ourselves, but sometimes the challenges can become a little bit hairier than you want them to be.